When I became a principal at the Royal Ballet in 1989, the male ballet star was a firmly established concept. But just 100 years before, thanks to the invention of the point shoe, women dominated center stage. The men had become mere porteurs, doing little more than presenting the ballerinas. The 20th century transformation of the male classical dancer can be credited to just a handful of extraordinary performers.
I'm back at my old haunt, the Royal Opera House, to meet one of my very first star partners, Irek Mukhamedov, and I'm quite excited because it's been quite a few years.
Irek won international fame during the 1980s as the leading male of Russia's Bolshoi Ballet. While I had spent most of that decade at the Royal Ballet School, he was justifiably earning a reputation as one of the best male ballet dancers in the world. So it came as something of a shock that in 1990, during my first few months in the company, superstar Irek Mukhamedov defected from Russia to join us.
So where's your room? You were on the right.
Reunited backstage at the Royal Opera House, it seems like yesterday that we were both here.
My room was here.
Oh, so I was next to it?
Yes, and then I moved that room.
And then we come through here into the stage.
Yeah.
That's all the set that's surrounding the main stage. But we'd have to walk right around the edge and make an entrance on the side.
Well, it depends. You can go, I go this.
You just walk over the set.
No, yes, nobody can stop me. I'm in trouble.
In the early 90s, the Royal Ballet Company was led by the esteemed choreographer, Sir Kenneth Macmillan.
Was it Kenneth's repertoire that you were attracted to about coming to the company?
I don't think so. Really, I didn't know anything about company. When its company came to Bolshoi Ballet in Moscow to perform, we were somewhere else.
Oh, so you'd never seen it?
I never seen the company. So for me, it was, I choose the city to live. We choose the Europe, and it's London, where we can live, start new life. But then it's a second, there was company too. Yeah. So I thought, which company will be on the level with Bolshoi?
The first time I saw Irek dance was in the Bolshoi Ballet Spartacus. The Russian word Bolshoi means big, and indeed the sheer scale of Irek's movement was breathtaking. And the centerpiece duets, the pas de deux, were exhilarating.
We'd all seen you as this big star, you know, doing Spartacus. I will never forget you doing Spartacus. Flying through the air. I don't actually remember you actually touching the ground, I don't think. And those beautiful pas de deux as well in Spartacus. And then suddenly you were in the Royal Ballet Company. But I remember what you did for all the men when you came into class. They were all inspired by you, and anything you said, they were like this. What did you say, Irek? Tell us. How do you do this? How would I feel this? And they were just entranced by your performance and your quality and your attack and your energy.
The incredible thing of being a great dancer, and better than just good dancer, is to have a brain in the head. Yeah? You can not only do the technique. When they finish school, they start as a professionals, they corps de ballet dancers. Then they go in their career, choreography, whatever, they become principal. After principal, they become stars, and then they become artists, and then they become the personality on stage.
Within months of Irek's arrival, Kenneth Macmillan decided to create a new ballet based on a Russian play that would star the two of us. Irek had to adapt to the more lyrical style of the Royal Ballet. For me, it would prove a challenge in other ways.
I was very surprised and kind of really up to when he said he will create ballet for pas de deux for us.
That was cool.
Yeah,
and also the story, Chekhov's Three Sisters, you know, based on that play, which you would have a connection.
Of course, we're familiar with Three Sisters. We learned this at school. So literally, immediately for me, it was already no question what my character is.
Where I had to actually go and watch the play for 3 hours.
Exactly. So I didn't need to do that because I know the story. The first rehearsal, I think I already felt that Kenneth Macmillan is absolutely my choreographer. I don't know, I'm sure you felt the same thing. For me, it was Kenneth, it's like the liberation of everything, what I know.
How lovely.
And learning as well at the same time. So everything was there.
Do you remember what Kenneth said to me, I think maybe in our 5th rehearsal?
Yeah, what he said?
He said, Irek is giving 100% passion. Darcey, you're giving 50. And that's when I was like, oh no, I was like, disaster, what am I gonna do? Like this. And it was difficult to come up to your level. I didn't totally understand at first. Later on, I suppose any director probably wouldn't have put us together with me being tall and just different styles as well.